Here's another question, Sheik. Did Vern Gagne actually offer you $100,000 to break Hulk Hogan's leg? Just let us know. Don't know.
Tell us about that, Kaz. We always hear about that. Vern came and said if you broke Hogan's leg and took the belt back, he'd give you $100,000. Is it true? Did it really happen?
That was 100% true because Hulk Hogan was wrestling in the Midwest for Mr. Gagne territory, and I was in New York. And that time, they had a big competition in between New York and Midwest, Mr. Gagne territory, what they call AWA.
AWA, sure.
AWA, and also different territory like North Carolina, Charlotte,
Crockett and
right.
Florida, all that, yeah.
Yeah, so my coach, I call him coach, Mr. Gagne, he found out I'm the WWF champion. And Hogan was the Minnesota. And Mr. Kennedy McMahon Sr. offered Hulk Hogan to come to the New York. Iron Sheik is the champion. And Iron Sheik gonna drop the belt to you. You're gonna be my champion. And then he promised him if only Hogan come to the New York. And 1 week before I go wrestling with Hulk Hogan, my coach Mr. Gagne called me, and he told me, Khosrow, and don't drop the belt to Hulk Hogan. Break his leg. Bring the belt to Minnesota. Myself and Bill Watts and Jimmy Crockett, we all gonna take care of you $100,000 because that time cable was strong, and Mr. McMahon and his company and cable bankrupt all of them.
Right.
So that was a true story, and I take Kennedy McMahon, Senior, Junior, in the private locker room. Before I go in the ring, I tell him who called me and who offered me that much money to break the Hulk Hogan leg, take the belt to Minnesota. But I want to let you know, the hand fit me, I don't cut that hand. That's because I didn't go and I didn't ever cross the WWF.
Now, the thing I never heard about this that I just heard for the first time, it wasn't only Vern that was going to give you the money, it was Vern and Crockett and Watts?
Exactly. Because WWF, Mr. McMahon, bankrupt all of them.
Right.
And that's because money come from all three territories for me to I can break his leg, take the belt to Minnesota. And I take him before I go in the ring, I talk to them, I tell him what happened.
And they must have said, thank you, thank you, thank
exactly.
you.
And then
thank you, thank you, thank
right,
you.
Right,
Thank you.
And then Kennedy McMahon hugged me and he tell me, you're a good man and you have a job here as long as I live.
Which was actually only a few months after that, right?
Exactly.
He died.